All right, big breaking news coming in regarding the Bombay High Court verdict coming in from the Aarey. All the 4 petitions have been dismissed. The Bombay High Court have dismissed all 4 Aarey petitions. That's the big breaking news coming in at this point. We're awaiting further information on what has happened. The current information that is coming at this point, big news that's breaking this minute on Mirror Now. All the 4 petitions have been dismissed. So the Bombay High Court have dismissed all the 4 Aarey petitions. Remember, these 4 Aarey petitions were including various aspects of Aarey, and the petitions included to declare Aarey colony a forest. The second petition included challenging the tree authority's decision to chop the trees. The third petition was about to stop the construction at the remaining floodplains in Aarey, and the fourth petition was about challenging the proposal to cut the trees for the metro car shed. So this is the big breaking news there coming in. We are awaiting further information of what has happened, but the news that we are breaking to you this minute is that all the 4 petitions in the Aarey case have been dismissed by the Bombay High Court. Remember, these petitions have all been challenging the felling of the trees at this point. All right, let me quickly go across to Zoru Batina, a petitioner joining us on the broadcast. All right, we'll reconnect to that in just a bit, but quickly going across to Nicola Almeida on the phone line. Your reaction, the fact that all the 4 petitions have now been dismissed by the Bombay High Court.
My say on this is it's the saddest day in the history of Mumbai, because knowingly that there is a climate change, knowingly that global warming is increasing, trees have to be cut, having an alternation. Let's pray to God that Father forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. And we wish better sense prevails in coming days. We respect the judiciary, but if judiciary has given the orders,
okay,
then we as activists have to obey the order. But we hope and pray that at least in days to come, a reaction of Mother Earth will show what it is.
All right, Mr. Nicola Almeida, request you to stay with us. Quickly going across to my colleague Neha Kulkarni as well. Yes, Neha, can you take us through the details? All the 4 petitions have been dismissed by the Bombay High Court.
Absolutely, and this comes as a major this thing here, so which definitely means now that the Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation Limited can go ahead with the felling of trees if the petitions have been dismissed. It comes as a big step here because we understand that this goes against the interests of all those people who have been staging protests outside Aarey every Sunday, every weekend, whenever they get the time, and obviously claiming that this is such a wrong move that the trees will require to be cut. So, and we understand now that this petition, the fact that all the petitions have been dismissed, definitely will now is expected to create an uproar amongst the citizens, amongst the activists who have been claiming that they have been the High Court has been their only support here as far as getting a say on this decision is concerned. We also understand that 2 weeks back, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation had given a final nod to the Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation, claiming that they can go ahead with the cutting of trees, and there was a 15-day period which was given for the citizens to appeal. And we understand that now that the petitions have been dismissed and that the 15-day period is also expected to soon get over, which means now that the Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation Limited can go ahead and cut the trees anytime. So definitely this comes as a major step here, considering the government has taken this step. The petitions have been dismissed. So it is important to understand how the activists and environmentalists are planning to take this ahead if they go and approach the Supreme Court. And if at all any petition is filed there, it will be important to note here what happens.
All right, Neha, request you to stay with us. Nicholas Almeida of the Watchdog Foundation still with us on the phone line. Mr. Almeida, what would be the next step now for the activists? Because this is, of course, a major setback coming in with all the 4 petitions. And these were 4 petitions which had, in fact, looking at various aspects of Aarey, including declaring Aarey colony as a forest and also challenging the tree authority's decision to chop the trees. What is now going to be the next step for the activists? Will they now be approaching a high court?
We have a further justice can be given to us if we approach the Supreme Court, and we'll be doing that at the earliest. But I can't understand my leopards, what they might be feeling. If Aarey is not a forest, then where do my leopards come from? They are coming from Aarey. They are living in Aarey. Most of the time, we have seen in so many years attacks happening in Aarey by the leopard. Can't understand what's going on. God only knows.
All right. All right, Mr. Almeida, I request you to stay with us at this point. I'm also joined by Godfrey Pimenta, lawyer who's joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Godfrey, many thanks for speaking to us. Your first reaction now, if you can help us understand what were the observations that were made, because all the 4 petitions in the Aarey case have been dismissed.
No, it is a very, very unfortunate decision. I have not had the occasion to study, but prima facie, I do not know whether there are certain documents which show that the lands of part of the Aarey are forest. And this is borne out by the property cards of certain lands which fall in the eco-sensitive zone. The other unfortunate part is that there was a eco-sensitive zone notification for Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and part of the Aarey is falling in this eco-sensitive zone. There was the regional, plan to be approved under this eco-sensitive zone within a period of 2 years, which has not happened. And pending that, the tree authority could not have granted any permission because under the provisions of the Environment Protection Act, only enabling activities are permitted. No development is permitted. But today the wholesale development is happening without keeping all the laws aside. So this is unfortunate. I wish the petitioners will carry this petition by way of SLP in Supreme Court.
But Mr. Pimenta, in the past we've seen the Bombay High Court had also in a way observed that this decision is going to be taken because it is extremely important. Okay, Mr. Pimenta, I request you to stay with us at this point. I'm also joined by Nawab Malik of the NCP also on the broadcast. Mr. Malik, many thanks for speaking to us. This is of course coming in as a huge setback for the activists and for all those who have been standing against this decision of felling of the trees. All the 4 petitions of the Aarey have now been dismissed by the Bombay High Court. Your reaction, sir?
No, we cannot say it is great setback. But definitely the development of Mumbai city is required. If the sentiment of the people is there, the location can be changed. The government should not make it a prestige issue. There should be some alternate side also, and government have petitioner, activists, Mumbai people, and should make out some kind of a solution.
All right, Mr. Nawab Malik, request you to stay with us. This is, of course, the latest development. They're coming in. Now, all the 4 petitions in the Aarey case have been dismissed. Let me just toss this across to my colleague Afrida, who's also joining us. Afrida, over to you. This is, of course, going to be looked at very, very closely. A lot of activists have also said that this is going to be very hugely significant, and they're going to be looking at the next step from here on.
Very much, Apurva, and very rightly said. I mean, some of it is mired in technicalities is what distresses us, because now we are looking at this issue on whether Aarey is a forest or not, whether it's a forest or not. Trees are trees. Mr. Nawab Malik is with us, Nawab Malik of the NCP joining us on the broadcast. Good morning, Mr. Nawab Malik. This is a decision that has gone against the interest of the citizens from what we can see, Mr. Malik.
I said government should not make it a prestige issue. See, in the committee meeting, the experts had tabled a report. On the basis of report, we had supported the agenda. But we also said, if experts think that some alternate can be made or it can be reconsidered, we are ready to reconsider. But government have to take a call that they have to see some alternate can be done for this. It should not be made a prestige issue by the government, and they should call the people, they should sit with them, and they should understand what the sentiments of Mumbai people are.
Yes, so you're saying that the government did not take into account the sentiment of the people. But, you know, unfortunately, we are always told that the courts do not operate on public sentiment. They operate on law, and therefore, on the terms of law,